What's up, subscribers? Fellow Kyle here. So as you can see, the tomatoes are no longer here. They have been chopped up and moved over there. Now I've tilled this for, you guessed it, garlic. Look at all this garlic. So today I'm going to show you how to plant garlic. It's really simple. And you get so much out of it. Just everybody grows garlic. So some of you may be asking, why doesn't the ground look more tilled up? Well, it's actually really bad for the ground to completely till it up. So what I use is this little, it's called the garden weasel, but it's got these little tines on it that kind of go in the ground, kind of like your when you get the plugs in your grass. So it allows air to get in there, but it doesn't completely destroy the soil structure. And plus, you know, you want to kind of keep all this nice little green and brown material on the soil. Kind of helps it, it'll decompose and turn into more nutrients and stuff. So that's why you don't fully till. You just do it a little bit. All right. So now I'm going to show you how much you want to, or how deep you want to plant these garlic. All right. So what you're going to do, take your handy dandy hoe here and create a little trench, a couple inches deep. Generally 3 inches is good. Boom. So it's really easy to do like that. All right. Now that you've done that, here's our garlic right here. So you are just gonna peel it like so. You kind of want to break it a little bit. Best way to do this is kind of just, oh, and sometimes your camera falls down. Sorry about that. All right, anyways, so what you do is you want to break this bulb up into the individual cloves, but you want to keep this, see this papery, the inner papery stuff, you want to keep that on the garlic. You don't want that to come apart, which sometimes can be harder said, or it's easier said than done. As you see, I did that right there. That'll be all right. You want to plant them with the square part down, or the flat part down, because that's where the root will come from. And you simply just plant it in the ground. And actually, you know what? My trench isn't deep enough. Again, you want it 3 inches. Looks like it's only about a couple inches. So I'm going to work this a little bit more. That should be good. All right. So, boom. Boom, right in the ground. It's about as simple as that. You want them about 4 to 6 inches apart, or a hand is fine. Boom. Boom. And so as you can see, each one of these will become its own bulb and own plant. So this particular one has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty typical. Most of them have 8. So one bulb or one plant becomes 8 plants. You can see how that multiplies. I've been doing garlic probably for the last, I don't remember, 4 or 5 years. And each year I've gotten so much garlic that it's paid for itself. I think I started with 4 bulbs, and now I've turned that into each year about 60 or 70. And then so I take about 10, plant them, and then eat the rest or give away to friends. So it's one of those really easy things. Not much can affect garlic, and hopefully you never get any diseases that do, because if you do, it'll wipe out the whole plant, or the whole planting, so you won't get anything. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you. It'd be pretty bad. All right. So let's see here. Sometimes you got to work this soil a little bit. There's roots from the previous plantings in there. Sometimes even tree roots. It's what happens when you're growing in a backyard like this. All right. And this one's too small to plant. That would have been our 9th anyway, so we're good. And then you just cover it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. I want to, soil right here needs to stand a little bit more. Alright. That's the first one down. See? Real easy. If you're going to do this, I would suggest buying seed garlic, which is not the garlic in the store. It's hasn't been sprayed, because a lot of times the stuff in the store they spray with anti-sprouting stuff, so it won't even sprout for you. Plus, it hasn't been verified that it doesn't have disease, where a lot of seed garlic will. They'll guarantee that it doesn't have any disease. So I would suggest starting with seed garlic. Then after that, you can just reuse your own. So again, I think I spent like maybe $10, maybe even 20. I don't remember what it was, 10 or 20 on 4 seed garlic bulbs. And now I'm in year 5. So what is that per year? Between $2 and $5. That's crazy cheap for how much garlic you get. Because it's, I mean, I'm organic, and like I said, I get about 80 bulbs, so 60 to 80, somewhere around there. So I don't even, that's like 5 cents a bulb of garlic. So yeah, what you'll do, so I've covered it now with soil. What you'll do afterwards is you'll put a 2 to 3 inch layer of mulch on top. I use straw. That way in the winter, because we're planting in fall right now, in the winter the garlic doesn't come bulging out of the ground, because with a freeze, the ground freezes. And okay, so my camera is on strike 2. The battery ran out, so that's why I died in mid-sentence. Essentially what I was saying is that in winter, if you don't put a couple inch layer of mulch on the ground above your garlic, the bulbs will bulge out of the ground and pretty much die. So you want to make sure you're putting down that 3-inch layer of mulch. I've already planted a couple of other rows, but I wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek, or give you a peek of what they look like. So as you can see, kind of purple white, kind of cool looking. They're pretty big. This is what's called a hardneck variety. What's cool about them is you kind of two harvests. So, I mean, obviously this is all dried out, but the way the plant looks when it's in the ground is this is all green, the big long leaves like this up here and here. And then it has what's called a scape that comes out of it. The scape is a flower. And you would harvest that scape, and you can use that in your cooking. It's really good. Tastes really good. Here's the cool thing I learned this year is if you let it go, let the flower go and let it bloom and do its thing, you get all these tiny little bulbils. That's what they're called. They're like these little sunflower seed-sized, almost garlic cloves. I mean, essentially that's what it is. It's a mini garlic clove, and that thing would grow into a bulb in 2 years. So, but what I like about it is they're just really tasty, and obviously they keep the vampires away, but they also keep your wife, your girlfriend, or your significant other away. So be careful. But they're really good. So yeah, these guys are really cool. Each year they're adapting to my climate, and so each year they grow a little bit faster. Harvested them a little bit sooner each year. Now we're into late July, whereas it used to be mid-August. So it's really cool to see. I mean, the plants are very adaptable. So I'll plant the rest of this garlic, and that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up. Please share. You know, again, I'm trying to build this channel, and you know, it's not easy, but I know with your help I can do it. All right, thank you.